Hey guys, this is your host once again, bringing you greetings from our channel where medical topics are made easy. Today's topic is going to be very interesting because we will be discussing about the top 5 infection control practices that everybody should know. Before we begin, please like and subscribe to our channel to get notified when new videos are being uploaded. Let's get started with number 5. Number 5, hand hygiene. This one comes at the top of the list because it is the easiest, simplest, cheapest, and most effective way of preventing infections. The reason why it is so important is because our hands are the dirtiest things that we touch in our entire day. We touch so many different things throughout our day, and then we put our hands on our face without even realizing it. If you look at somebody who has a cold or flu, you would notice that they are constantly holding their nose and covering their mouth. That is how much we touch our face in a day. So if we have some bacteria or viruses on our hands and we keep touching our face, we are easily transmitting those germs into our body and we end up getting sick ourselves. There was a famous quote by Florence Nightingale who said, "Cleanliness is the first step to a healthy life." Even the World Health Organization emphasizes hand washing as one of the most important measures we can take to prevent the spread of diseases. According to research, hand washing with soap and water reduces the risk of respiratory infections by 21% and diarrhea-related infections by 35%. We don't just shake hands with people. We greet them by hugging, by kissing them, by putting our hands on our shoulders. We do so many things with our hands that it is extremely important to wash our hands frequently. When exactly should we wash our hands? Well, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, we should wash our hands before eating, after using the restroom, after blowing our nose, after coughing or sneezing, after touching an animal, and after playing outside. Now, there are 2 ways to clean our hands. One is by using soap and water, and the other one is using an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Using soap and water is more preferred because not only does it remove germs, but it also removes dirt and other impurities from our hands. However, if soap and water are not available, then we may use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. But remember, alcohol-based hand sanitizers do not get rid of all the germs. It does not remove dirt from our hands, and it should not be used on broken skin. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers may cause skin irritation and dryness, especially if we use them too often or overuse them. So if you use hand sanitizer, make sure to moisturize your hands afterwards. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers should contain at least 60% alcohol. If they contain less than 60% alcohol, they are not as effective against germs. So what are some tips and tricks to keep in mind when we are washing our hands? First of all, when we are scrubbing our hands with soap and water, we should scrub them for at least 20 seconds. If you don't want to count, just stick to the Happy Birthday song and sing it twice. That will be around 20 seconds. Make sure to scrub the backs of your hands, between your fingers, and under your nails. Also, don't forget to clean our wrists because we tend to ignore them. After cleaning our hands, dry them thoroughly with a clean towel. Keep your nails trimmed and cut short because dirt and germs can get trapped under the nails and that makes it harder to clean. And last but not least, if possible, avoid sharing personal items such as towels and nail cutters. Number 4, don't share personal items. Just like we should avoid sharing our towels, we should also avoid sharing other personal items such as razors, nail clippers, combs, brushes, headphones, cigarettes, drinking glasses, and utensils. Sharing these items can spread infections because these items can come in contact with blood or other body fluids. Body fluids can be a source of infection because they may contain viruses and other germs that can make others sick. For example, if someone else uses your razor and then puts it back down, the next person to pick it up can accidentally cut themselves with that razor. If that person has an open wound or cut, they can get an infection if they come in contact with your blood through that razor. HIV, hepatitis B, and other infections can be transmitted through razors or any other sharp object that comes in contact with blood. Not only can we get infected by sharing personal items, but we can also make others sick by sharing them. For example, if we share our toothbrushes with someone else and they have a cavity, We could get bacteria that causes cavities from their toothbrush, so if you have a cavity, don't share your toothbrush with others. No. 3. Cough etiquette. Did you know that a sneeze or a cough can spray germs up to 6 feet away? That's like one whole arm length away. So it's really important to practice good cough etiquette to prevent spreading germs to others. What is cough etiquette? Well, it means covering your mouth when you cough or sneeze. You can do this by using a tissue paper or by coughing or sneezing into your elbow. Why cough into your elbow? Because your hands can be dirty, and if you cover your mouth with your hand while coughing or sneezing, you can spread germs to everything that you touch afterwards. Your hands can spread germs to your face, to your eyes, and even to your food. So that's why it is recommended to cough or sneeze into your elbow instead of your hand. If you are outside and you don't have a tissue paper with you, you can cough or sneeze into your elbow or shoulder. But please make sure to wash your hands thoroughly when you get home. If you have a tissue paper with you, make sure to throw it in the trash can as soon as you are done using it. Number 2. Safe food handling. Did you know that 48 million people get sick each year due to food poisoning? That is why it is extremely important to handle our food safely. So let's discuss 5 tips for safe food handling. Number 1, always wash your hands before handling food. Make sure to scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds with soap and water. If you have long nails, make sure to push them back and keep them clean. You can also wear gloves while handling food, especially if you are preparing food for other people, like if you are a chef or if you are serving customers, like at a restaurant or a fast food place. Number 2, cook your food thoroughly. Raw meat, poultry, and seafood can contain harmful bacteria and other germs that can make us sick, so make sure to cook your food to the right temperature to kill any potential germs. Use a food thermometer to ensure that your food is cooked thoroughly. Number 3, keep raw meat, poultry, and seafood separate from other foods. If possible, use separate cutting boards and plates for raw meat, poultry, and seafood. If you do not have separate cutting boards and plates, make sure to wash them thoroughly after you are done using them for raw meat. Number 4, don't leave perishable foods out at room temperature for more than 2 hours. Bacteria can multiply rapidly if we leave our food out at room temperature for too long. So if you are leaving your food out for more than 2 hours, you should refrigerate them. Last but not least, don't eat expired foods. Check the expiration date before you eat anything. If it is expired, don't eat it. Also, don't serve expired food to other people. Number 1, get vaccinated. Getting vaccinated is one of the best ways to protect ourselves from infectious diseases. Vaccines help train our immune system to recognize and fight off viruses and bacteria. They help our immune system to develop antibodies that can destroy viruses and bacteria. By getting vaccinated, we are protecting ourselves, but we are also protecting other people around us. If enough people get vaccinated, we can stop the spread of infectious diseases in the community. When we stop the spread of infectious diseases in the community, we are protecting people who cannot get vaccinated, such as babies, pregnant women, and people with certain medical conditions. So, remember, vaccination is not just about protecting ourselves, but it is also about protecting others. Guys, that's all for today's video. Please like and subscribe to our channel. If you found value in this video, please comment below and let us know which of these 5 tips was the most useful for you. Stay healthy and take care.